Hey guys, this is Tulin. Is there a certain aspect of yourself that you don't like? You know, insecurities, fears, there's this shadow self that keeps coming up. I'm going to help you overcome this and bring some perspective and bring some light into the darkness. So I just want to be real and transparent here. This isn't professional advice, but I've been through a spiritual awakening, a dark night of the soul. I've done a lot of inner transformational work, spiritual growth. I've read a lot of Carl Jung shadow work, and I've learned a lot of from my mentors. But this is an ongoing journey, you know. I haven't overcome my fears and demons and problems, and you know, I do videos on self-improvement, mindset, spirituality, but does not mean that I am positive all the time. I don't know where that has come from, and I don't know why it's embedded in our society that spiritual people are positive all the time. Yes, I have a positive and light outlook on life, but you know, I do still feel anger, and I still do feel sadness. I have put on a mask before. I have not expressed myself properly. It's a lot of things that I've acknowledged and I'm improving on, and I just felt very called to do this video, as this is something I've been thinking about this week, and I've come to realize even more, so this is why I'm sharing this with you. So let's get to the point and let's dive in. Now, we press down our emotions of ourselves, of the world, and we press them down and become depressed. Now, when you press down something so much, there's a breaking point and it can lead to a breakdown. But with every breakdown, there is a breakthrough. There is always two sides of the same door. Sorry. Now, you need to embrace the dark side. We all have a light and a dark side. It's just a part of existence. It's a part of life. Now, when you embrace it, you know that it's there. You're becoming aware of it. You're acknowledging it for what it is, and you befriend it. And you need to embrace the dark just as much as you embrace the light. And also, you know, negative thoughts, it comes in waves. It always comes up now and then because it's a sign for us to acknowledge it and to heal it. The further that you push it away and ignore it, the resistance is going to get stronger, and it's going to come worse and stronger, and it's becoming aware of it and in balance with your both sides is going to make life a lot more easier, and you're going to learn so much about yourself that you didn't even know that you even had these suppressed emotions, and you're going to learn so much more about life instead of pushing it away. So embrace the light and the dark side, embracing the dark just as much as the light, and expressing it and releasing it, whatever way that is for you, because when you release it, you're healing yourself, because that was the problem in the first place, right? Because you're suppressing it. Now, the sooner that you realize that you have them and acknowledge them, you will feel lighter. For example, this week I wrote down everything that I could consciously think of that I have suppressed. Now, it does amaze you about the things that you have suppressed, and you just acknowledge it for what it is, and you feel lighter, and you figure ways of how to improve on that. You become more accepting, and you embrace that this is you, that this is what you have been through, and then you surrender to it, which I will get into. Now, unfortunately, we are afraid of who we actually are, We're afraid of how we actually want to live and how we actually want to behave in this society. But you know, who the hell cares? You can be anybody that you want, you can do anything that you want. I don't think that you're going to care much, you know, years down the line. Do you think that you're going to thank yourself for the things that you wish you could have said, for the things that you wish you could have done? You know, it's a lot of self-realization and acknowledging and becoming to acceptance that yes, this is where I am and this is where I want to be, and accepting it rather than resisting it, because embracing it is gonna make your journey a lot more easier. And you have to befriend yourself. You have to, don't put so much pressure and be so hard on yourself, because we're actually sensitive people. Now, I don't care how old you are, I don't care how much you go to the gym. Don't let looks deceive you. People put a persona on, a mask on from themselves. They put a mask on so people don't see the real them. That's why I was saying we don't behave the way that we want to. We don't live the way that we actually want to. That's true to our nature. You know, amazing things will arise in yourself and in life when you overcome these fears and insecurities. Going through pain and suffering makes you more real and authentic. People will feel attracted to you because you are what you are. You don't put a filter through. And people read people. People know when people are being too fake and being too positive, because life isn't all about positivity. And being too bright-eyed, you become blinded to the truth of yourself and to life. So seeing it for what it is going to release a lot of resistance and problems, because if you're trying to be something else and you think that's going to make you stronger, then you're sweeping it under the rug and you're trying to be something that you're not, and it's hurting you. It's suppressing who you truly want to be, and you go into this deep state because you need a rest. That's what it is. You're tired of being this person that you're trying to be. Now we go into the state called the limbo state. Now, you could be going through a dark night of the soul. If you don't know what that is, it's usually followed by a spiritual awakening, when you are releasing this your old identity and becoming a newer version of yourself. But it's the transition which is painful, because basically you're holding on to this old identity that you don't really want to be anymore, but that's the only identity that you know, and you want to be somewhere else in the future, but you don't know where that is, and it's unknown. So it's this limbo state, and it creates a cognitive dissonance. And it's painful because you're going into this abyss of yourself, your psychic abyss, and it's staring right back at you. So in this process, you're letting go of your old identity, which is your ego. Your ego is trying to hold on for as long as it can, and that is what is painful. So when you surrender to it and you let go of what no longer serves you, you now step into the presence of the true you. So this is where the real magic happens, because you realize that the only moment that exists right now is the present, because the past is just your memories, and the future moment is the moment that's just arrived. So you realize the only moment that matters right now is the present moment, as it's the only moment that exists. So you realize that you are the conscious creator of your existence and of your experiences. And that's when you really start to create a new you. You start to become embodying the person that you want to be, because you overcome this old identity that you were holding onto. So I hope that's made some sense, and I hope I've, shed some perspective and brought some light into this situation, because don't be scared of the dark side. It's going to help you, and you're going to evolve from it. And it's not who you, it's not where you have to put your focus on either. You just have to see it for what it is. But first you have to know what it is, and then you can move on. So thank you for watching, and leave a comment on what you thought about this, or anything that else you want me to talk about, because I'm open to broaden my horizons of topics. Thank you very much, and see you in my next video. Bye.